going, everybody? Leveling Diecast. Thanks for joining us today. We are going to switch it up just a little bit. We are going to take a look at this brand new 5-pack from Matchbox, the MBX Japan Cruisers. We're going to do a little bit different with this one. We're going to get a little showcase action going on there. We'll get this guy cracked right open. Get him pulled out. We will make our way from the bottom to the top. Started at the bottom, now we're at the top. This is the Toyota 4Runner. Of course, this whole pack is, like I said, brand spanking new. No re-releases in this one, which is kind of rare for 2024. But this one looks pretty good. Of course, it does say Matchbox in Japanese right there on the side of the 4Runner. This is the updated casting, of course, that was changed a few years ago. The original version came back, I think in 2008, I think is when the original version came out. This one, the changes were minimal. Basically, they just kind of cleaned up the casting a little bit. Didn't necessarily lose any plastic or metal or anything like that. Actually gained some metal. But this one looks pretty good. It's a little bit similar to the version that we saw in the Japan Origin set, but not exactly. Of course, no front or rear tampos on this one. Just some side passes on it, which I still think looks pretty good. And of course, just the white print there on the utility 6-spoke, which is a super common wheel. Next one up, yes, finally a new color for the Mazda 3. This casting has not been well received, but I can tell you right now that this version in white is by far the best one yet. It does have the black small 6 spokes, which looks fantastic. I love just the kind of details to it. Got your black grille in there. Just a really good version. Really good version. Definitely the best version they've released thus far. I like that it's just regular. It's not all decoed up. Just simple. This is kind of a lightly modified, something you might see just kind of strolling down the street. Maybe somebody threw some fancy wheels on it or something like that. But that one looks pretty good. All right, next one up. This is, of course, the Subaru Impreza. This is the STI. This is the Hawkeye STI. This one is a pretty good casting. It's a pretty good casting. This is a little bit different from the original version, of this casting, but this one looks pretty good. This one does have the chrome D10s on there, which is rather interesting. You see, we do get full front print right there with a little bit of Japanese Matchbox on the plates as well. Very Japanese themed police deco on the side. And you will notice there is a number 58, and that's a nice little Easter egg for this 5-pack. This entire 5-pack was done by the one and only Michael Heralda. This entire pack is all his own decos. I've actually tried to guess what they were on my Instagram feed, and I thought maybe he did the Coffee Cruisers one, but unfortunately I guessed wrong, and he did this one. But this one looks pretty good. Obviously, we don't get no taillight prints, but we can't have it all. Unfortunately, I wish we could, but unfortunately, we can't get it all. And then S39, just real quick, S39 is the details for the manufacturing. So still rocking 2023 manufacturing. All right, Honda Civic Type R. This casting did make a comeback last year. I think it was 2023. Maybe in the Japan Origin set, if I remember correctly. This casting's modified just a little bit from its original version. They kind of cleaned up the casting a little bit, kind of moved the pillar in the back there where it connects. The rivet spot, that's what I'm trying to say. So the castings, I mean, visually from the outside, it doesn't look that much different, but I think it was necessary if they, I guess, needed to keep manufacturing it because they can't do the hook assemblies anymore. Very interesting color. It's kind of a pinkish fuchsia color. It's a little bit dark. Apparently, it wants to be really fast and it just wants to shoot off of the rotator guy. But he's going to stay on there. This one is right-hand drive. I don't think there is an interior variation. If there is, it's a new thing. This one's always come in right-hand drive, but full front and rear decos, so pretty average for this one. Does have the big Type R on the back, which looks pretty good, but other than that, just regular. All right, the very last one in the mix, of course, is the Nissan Skyline. We have not seen this casting for a little bit. It hasn't been that long, but just a little bit. This casting does have an interior variation. Yes, again, they make the interior black. Absolutely just irritates me because it makes it very, very, very difficult to see the interior. This one also has a dark window tint to it. So this one is even harder. Plus, where it's packaged in the 5-pack is yet another issue. So you have a triple threat is the 80s Matchbox will come back. Your triple threat issue. Trying to get the variations for this one, which is super, super frustrating. But this one does have Japanese nostalgic car on the side. To say JNC on it. Looks pretty good. Some nice, cool little decos. Maybe we'll grab it up there just a second, take a closer look. Right-hand drive. Now, the interior variation on this one is very, very difficult to spot. So basically, the only way to do it is you'll have to look at the interior, and there's a racing harness on the seat, or not. If there is a racing harness, then of course it's the racing version. And then if there's not a harness, then it's not. One good thing about this casting too, for customizers, there is engine detail under the hood. Even though the hood does not open, it is part of the plastic underneath. So there is variations to that as well, but of course you'd have to drill it apart to see that information, which is super frustrating. It is very highly unlikely. So you can see the passenger seat there, which of course would be the driver's seat here in the U.S. You can see that is just got the seat backing there. I don't know if we'll be able to see on the driver's side. It's very, very difficult to hold this. Try to get some shading in there. Just can't quite see in there. Might have to try to bust out a flashlight or something. But anyways, there would be a racing harness on the seat if that was the case. Then there is your detail on the side. It does say the Ambassador's Classic. I get that to focus a little bit. Do apologize about that. There we go. So 24AC on there. So there's Chuck Wersema, David Tilley, Terry Ozima, and I forget his first name. I feel really bad now. Number 10 there. Scudato. I forget his first name. Well, anybody can drop in the comments. I'm sure somebody can remember his first name. Drop that down in there so that we know. No front and rear decos on that one, unfortunately. And kind of an interesting choice with the 6-spoke utility rather than going with the disc hub wheels. But I'll take it. I'll take it. So we're going to throw all these guys up on the mix here. I do believe that they will all fit one way or another. May have to get a little bit creative, but there we go. That is your 5-pack for MBX Japan Cruisers. That one just dropped recently. Again, if you want to be ultra completist, you're going to have to get the interior variation for the Skyline, but the rest of them, standard fare, but good versions. And as always, great work, Mr. Heralda. Always appreciative as a Matchbox fan that you continue to put your finishing touches on the brand, even though you're retired. So we're going to roll out. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. Level in deck here.